What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Jayyy Wayyy, and today I am back with another video for you guys. So I hope you excited. If you can't already tell by the title, today's video is going to be another story time. Alright, so with all that being said, today's video is going to be a story time. And without further ado, we're gonna get into the video. But before we do that, make sure, if you haven't already, you like, you comment, you share, you subscribe to my channel, because I have more videos coming for you guys on the way that I want to do, that I want you guys to see, more story times that I want to share, that I want you guys to know, and just more videos and content that you guys can get to know me better if you don't know me already. So without further ado, please feel free to do all of those things if you want to. If not, that's okay too. But if you're gonna watch this video and you're gonna listen to this story time, please feel free to like it up right now. Smash that like button in the face. Ooh, all right, so I'm gonna sit down now because I'm standing up. I feel like, what's that dude's name from the Proud Family where you could never see the top of his head? Yeah, I felt like that dude. So I'm gonna sit down. All right, okay. So today's video is going to be a story time, right? But before we do all that, I want to say happy Monday to everyone out there. I hope your week is starting off great. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and supporting me. But without further ado, we're going to get into this motherfucker video. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, so y'all already know I got my coffee. That's why I always got to belch. I'm not even supposed to be drinking coffee, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm still too short, so I'm gonna have to sit on my foot. But so today's video is a story time. All right, so if, like I said, you can't tell already by the title, today's story time is going to be a time when I got my Jayyy stolen. Okay, and it's honestly kind of sad because I really love those Jordans. I really love those Jordans. I really did. And I had just got them. Alright, so what had happened was, right, a couple of years back, I want to say it had to be about 2007 roughly, okay? It was after Christmas, maybe like 2 days or 1 day after Christmas, maybe even the same day of Christmas. And I had got gifted a pair of Jordans, and they were a pair of Jordan 5s, okay? And they were red, black, and white. Now, if anyone knows, you know, Jordans or sneakers, and they know the numbers, then you know what Jordans I'm talking about. They were all white, they had red, and they had black, and they were the 5s, okay? So they had came out a couple of years back, back when I was in high school. I want to say it had to be like 2007 or maybe 2008. I had to be in 9th grade or 10th grade. And so I had got those shoes for Christmas. So I was dumb amp. I'm running around the house, mad amp, trying them on. Like, you know how when you get new sneakers, you try them on with everything, or you just wear them around just to wear them around. And like I couldn't stop looking at them. So I want to say it was the day after Christmas, because I had like a day in the house to sort of like look at them all day and, you know, love on them. So unfortunately, things went south. So yeah, I'm saying I had the Jordans for like a day. So Christmas came, I got the Jordans. I'm mad amp. I'm looking around. I'm walking around with them on in my house. I'm looking at them, you know, in the box. I didn't even put them in my closet. I kept the sneakers outside of my closet, like near my bed. So like every time I get up, I could just see the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And then before I even brought them to my room, I kept them underneath the tree still. So like every time I passed by the tree, or like people would come over, family and stuff, I'm like, oh wait, y'all gotta see my new 5s. I just got the new 5s. Niggas keep telling me shit. Like, I'm popping, like, what's up? Like, yeah, I got the new Jordans. What? Tighten up? No, son. All right, so I got the new J's, right? And so I think it was like, I know I was on school break, like Christmas break from school. So it was like, so I was more in, because I'm like, when I go back to school, ooh, I'm about to be shitting on niggas like, I'm about to be fresh as fuck going back to school. So basically it was like the next day or whatever. And I was going to my grandmother's house or whatever with my moms, you know, to see the family, everybody exchange gifts, eat food, laugh, talk, and, you know, show what you got. So typically back then, I used to always love Christmas. I still do love Christmas, but it's different when you get older. For my young people watching, it's different when you get older. So I think I had got an outfit that my mom's had bought me, and one of the outfits had matched perfectly with I guess the sneakers probably. And so you know, I'm out asking my mom, like, oh, is it okay if I wear one of the new outfits that you bought me? And then she's like, yeah, like, go ahead. And I'm like, oh, can I also put on the J's with it? And then she's like, well, if you wear those, don't be asking me to go nowhere. Like, don't get them messed up, because if you get them messed up, I'm not trying to hear nothing about you got them messed up, and look at this scar on this shoe, and look at this and all that. So she was like, if you wear those, don't be you know, acting reckless with the shoe on, like getting them messed up, asking if I can go there, and, you know, getting them messed up, etc., etc. So I get over to my grandmother's house, my family's house, whatever, and everybody's chilling, whatever. Back then, I had these group of girls I used to hang with or whatever, and so they was like, I went to go see them because they didn't live far from my grandmother's house. So I went to go see them. You know, we're talking, we're saying what we got for Christmas or whatever. And they're like, oh, you got the new, oh, you did get the new J, you got them. I'm like, yeah, I got them. All right, so cool, whatever. I'm thinking I'm mad ill because I got the new J's on. Like, who's not gonna feel ill with a new pair of Jordans that just came out, and I got them on my feet? Like, it was Christmas. It was like the Christmas shoe. Because if y'all not familiar, Jordan always comes out with a sneaker around Christmas time, and it be like the main shoe that everybody be wanting to have. And so I had got them. So long story short or whatever. So I go over there to their house or whatever, and, you know, we're just chilling, whatever, talking about Christmas, what people got, what we got, showing each other what we got, and, you know, etc., etc. So basically along the lines of me going over there, we was like really bored. It was like nothing to do, you know. Granted, it was Christmas and we could have been spending time with our family, but it's not like I don't see my family all the time, you feel me? So one of them who I used to hang out with, I guess I came up with the idea, like, oh, let's go to the skating rink, okay? And there was a skating rink in Boston that I was familiar of. Like, I remember the name of it or whatever, but I never been. But I used to always hear people in my school talk about the name of it. Now, I do want to say I was in high school. If I wasn't in high school, I was in middle school, but I'm pretty sure I was in high school anyways. They was like, oh, let's go to the skating rink. So I'm like, all right. Back then my mom was like real strict on me. Like, I used to always have to ask for like everything, if I could go here, if I could go there. Like, it used to be like a whole process. Like, I would have to think of like it just used to be a process, okay? Like, she used to be trying to have me on lockdown. So basically whatever happened was she had ended up saying yes. And I had, keep in mind, y'all, I had the new J's on my feet still. So you get where we're going with this, right? So, all right, my mom said yes for me going to the skating rink. We go to the skating rink. It's all of us. We're walking there, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So we get to the skating rink. It's the skating rink in Boston. Like I said, for people who ain't watching me, yeah, I'm from Boston. I love New York, but I'm from Boston. But so we get to the skating rink or whatever, and it's looking pretty busy. Like, it's looking a little full, a little packed. Like, it's a lot of heads up in here, a lot of people. So I'm like, all right, cool. I never been ice skating. I don't know how to ice skate. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm kind of amped to do this, you know? So, you know, you get to the counter, the register, whatever you want to call it. You take off your shoes, they give you a pair of skates, and then you get the ticket. Alright, so I get the ticket, and I put the ticket, excuse me, I give him my shoes, my new J's, yup. I give him my new shoes, he gives me a pair of skates, and then he gives me a ticket. So what happens is, Right? So what happens is when I go back, I'm supposed to give him my ticket back with the skates, and then he give me my sneakers back. You feel how that transaction goes? All right, cool. So after I do all that, I get the ticket, and then I'm about to, I think, well, okay, I put the ticket in my pocket, okay? So I'm walking to the other collective group of girls that I was with, and we're all putting on our shoes, and we're about to go skate. So we hit the ice rink for about, I say no less than like 8 to 10 minutes tops. We was on the ice, skating. And so for me, like I said, I never been ice skating, so it was all new to me. And I'm like, I'm falling, it's cold, I'm stumbling, whatever. So I'm like, this is kind of weak. Like, I can't be bothered with this. Like, ice skating ain't for me. Nah, let's, maybe roller skating, something like that. Yeah, okay. So ice skating, the ice skating wasn't working out. Just I rebuke it. I cannot have back then I was a little bit more skinnier, but I couldn't imagine just hitting that ice, just boom. No. So basically what had happened was, it's like 8 to 10 minutes of me experiencing the ice. I experienced it. Yeah, me and the ice, we met, okay? So I go back to the counter because I'm like, I'm pretty much done with this. Like, nah, I'm all set. So I'll go back to the counter, right? So I'm all right, yeah. My mom's let me at the house. I went ice skating for a little bit, like at least I'm not stuck in the house. I got my new J's on, my outfit's looking fresh. We took pictures, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking back to the counter, mad happy to go. You know what I'm saying? About to go grab my sneaker. Like, I gotta go. So I get back up to the counter. You feel me? And so I'm digging in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm digging in my pocket, whatever. And I'm like, where's my ticket? Like, where is my ticket? So I go back to my friends. I'm like, yo, y'all see my ticket? And they're like, no, you put it in your pocket, right? And I'm like, yeah, I thought I did, right? So they're like, all right, just check all your pockets again. So I'm checking my pants pocket. I think if I had a sweater on, I'm checking them pockets, and I'm checking my coat pocket. I'm like, yo, the ticket is not there. Like, where is my ticket? And then they're like, oh, well, none of them had the ticket. So they're like, we don't know. Like, the last time we seen you with the ticket, like, you put it in your pocket. So I'm like, exactly, where is it? So long story short, I end up losing my freaking ticket. I really wanted to say curse word right there, but I'm not gonna do that today. So I lose my freaking ticket. I go back to the counter, alright, and I have the skates in my hand, because at this point I'm not walking around in no whatever they call, what are they? Those blades. I'm not walking around in no ice skate blades, whatever they call. So I take off the skates or whatever, and I'm like to the dude, yo, because it wasn't that long. Remember I told y'all the time, it had to been like 8 to 10 minutes. That's not that long. So I'm like, yo, I lost my ticket, but I know you remember me. Like, I was just here. Like, I was just at your counter. Like, you know my face, you just see me. Plus, I'm pretty sure you know I'm the one who gave you those sneakers. So the dude's like, oh, you don't got your ticket? And I'm like, no, I think I might have dropped it. And he's like, oh, okay. It was like 2 coworkers. I don't want to blame it all on this dude, but I think it was like 2 people that worked there. It might have been a dude and like another person. So the one, I don't know if I was talking to the one who, first I was talking to the one who I know who seen me, and then there was another person who came to the counter because I don't know, I think I might have it backwards. It was the person who didn't know me was at the counter, so then the dude who did see me was like, but anyways, they ended up, listen to this, okay? I dropped my ticket, right? And the dude, he remembered my face. He did remember me because he was like, yeah, okay, yeah. I said, I dropped my ticket, but I need my shoes back because I'm done skating. Like, this is over for me. So then he's like, you don't have your ticket? I'm like, I'm not going to keep saying I don't have my ticket. I just told you I don't have my ticket. Give me my shoes. Like, why do you keep asking me about this stupid-ass paper ticket? Give me my fucking, give me my shoes. So then he's like, somebody just came here with your ticket and they took your shoes. I'm like, what you mean they just came here with my ticket and they took my shoes? Why did you if you know me, you know my face. Like, you remember me, because now that we're talking, you're telling me that you remember me and you know that those are my sneakers. So I'm like, why did you give my shoes away to someone whose ticket that wasn't theirs? Because then you're turning into the person. If the person picked up my ticket, right, and they turned in my ticket to get my shoes, they also have a ticket themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, now you're getting 2 shoes back. Like, come on, like, people at that counter should have thought more about that. Like, that don't even make sense. Plus, the dude, he literally just seen me. I wasn't even on we was the last group, like a group of girls to come into that skating ring. So I know he remembered me because he told me he remembered me. So now you're making yourself look stupid and you're caught in a lie. So you just gave my J's away just to give them away. Alright, so basically what happened was, I'm going crazy, I'm crying, I'm yelling, I'm cussing. I'm like, yo, somebody in here got my sneakers. Like, y'all are some tacky ass folks. Who really steal people's Jordans? Like, who does that? Like, y'all are mad tacky. I knew I should have never came to this rinky dink skating ring. Like, what is this? Blah 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 blah. So the people that went, they're like, oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. We like, they seen like some people talking about it, and like some people were telling us like, oh, the dude, it was a dude who took his shoes. Like, he just left or whatever. Like, yup, it was him. I forget the name back then, but they had mentioned the name back then. So I'm pissed. And now I'm even more pissed because my mother was just telling me like, okay, if you wear these new J's, don't ask me to go nowhere, and don't tell me nothing about, oh, if you ripping and running out in the streets that, oh, you know, you scuffed them, they got messed up, and, oh, you need another pair. Don't tell me nothing about that because you wanted to wear them. So basically, this is your responsibility. So as I'm in the heat of the moment, I'm crying, I'm frustrated, I'm mad that someone got my shoes, I'm mad that the people at the counter are even that much stupid. You feel what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, I gotta call someone, but I can't call my mom. You feel what I'm saying? Because she didn't have a car, so she couldn't come get me. Because how was I getting home? I ain't have no shoes. I'm not about to walk all the way back to where my neck of the woods is at with these little what are they? Okay, skating ice shoes on. I'm just gonna call that. I'm not about to walk back home with these skates. I'm gonna just keep saying skates. So whatever. I ended up calling my pops. So I called my dad. Keep in mind, I haven't spoke. Keep in mind, like, I don't really talk to my father like that. So, but he was the only person who I knew who had a call, who could come pick me up, and he was the only person's number, I guess, in my phone who either I remembered or just any person in my. He was the only contact in my phone who I knew had a call, who could come scoop me. So excuse me, I called him or whatever, and I'm like, yo, somebody stole my sneakers. I'm over here at this skating ring, whatever. Can you come get me, because I don't have no way to get home now, because I have these blades, but I don't got my J's, and they try to tell me like they can't do nothing because it's a ticket, and if you turn in the ticket, then you get a pair of shoes, which I'm not understanding, because the dude just told me he seen me give him my J, so I should be able to get my ticket back. So I'm going off, I'm yelling, I'm cursing. So he's like, oh, calm down, Jimmy, calm down, Jimmy, I'm gonna come get you, whatever, where you at? So I tell him the name of the skating ring or whatever, so he comes scoop me up. He talks back and forth to the guy like, oh, why did you give her shoes away? The people behind the counter, now they acting all scared and stupid, like, oh, we didn't know, we just, we see so many people's face, we just if you gave us a ticket, then we just gave you your shoes. I'm like, no, that's bull crap, because you just told me when I was up there that you remembered me, and you know that I had those 5s on, like they just came out, come on now. So then my father was like, all right, whatever, forget it, we'll figure it out later. I think he asked for a contact number or something like that from them. So anyways, he ends up driving me back to my grandmother's house where my family is, and where my mom's is at. So we get back to my grandmother's house, and my dad had to literally, he had to like carry me like a baby like that. So he's carrying me because I still have the skates on. It's winter time, it's cold, and I couldn't walk to the door with just some socks on. It's winter, so he had to carry me. So and rang the doorbell, whatever. They rang the doorbell, and we walk in. My grandma was like, oh Lord, because she sees him like he's cold to me. So she's probably thinking like, damn, this bitch probably done broke her leg. That's what she get for trying to be an ice princess. So no, sorry, I didn't mean to curse y'all. So anyways, yeah, she's like, oh Lord, like what happened? So my mother sees me, she's like, what happened? Like, what happened to you? So then I'm like, somebody stole my sneakers. My mother, what? They did what? I'm like, yeah, I was skating you know, like, you know, the tears coming down. And so I'm like, I was skating, and I gave him my shoes, and then he gave me a ticket. So basically, Mom, what it is that in order to get a pair of skates, you got to give your shoes, and then you get a ticket. And then once you return the skates, you get the shoes back. But I ended up dropping my ticket, and I didn't know until I went to go try and get my shoes back. So she was like, oh, this is why I told you not to wear them. This is why I didn't want you to go nowhere. Something always got to happen to you. Like, you should have just stayed here. You should have listened to me, and you should have wore those Bobos, those Bobo Payless 4-stripe Adidas, fake Adidas shoes from Payless, and you should have just wore those there, because those used to be my play shoes. Like, when I come home after school, if I had on some top of the line sneakers, if I wanted to go rip and run, because I was a bit of a tomboy back then, if I wanted to go rip and run, I was having on those 4-stripe Adidas shoes from Payless. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Those were my play shoes. Yeah, I had a pair of Bobos. Yeah, so what? Those were my playing shoes. I was gifted to have a pair of playing shoes, okay? So anyways, she was like, you should have wore those, and I knew I should have never let you wear these out the house, blah, 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 blah. So what ended up happening, guys, because I'm about to wrap this story up. What ended up happening is that my mother ended up cussing these people out to the point that they reimbursed me the money to get my Jordans again. Sad part about that was the Jordans that I initially had, the red, black, and white 5s, they were sold out. It was the 5s that were red, black, and white, but it was mostly all white. Not the ones that were mostly all black with the red and then the little silver. These are the ones that were mostly all white and had the red and the black. So those were sold out. So they ended up reimbursing me the money for the shoes, but they didn't have the initial shoes that I did have because they were sold out. So basically, I had a pair of Jordan 5s that got stolen, and I didn't even have those on for 24 hours. I didn't have them on for 24 hours, and I had them for 48 hours, and they got stolen at an ice skating rink. That's about the saddest story I ever heard in my life. And you know, right now I got another pair of J's. I still got a pair of 5s, but they weren't the 5s that I wanted. But I never got those 5s back. And every time I thought about getting those, or I seen somebody with those on their feet, I would just envy, like, people are really tacky. Like, who steals? Who does that? And then I'm just thinking, like, girl, you know people just ain't got no home training. Shit. You know it. If they see a ticket on the floor, they're going to take it and they're going to try to turn it in and get them a pair of shoes. But I feel like that skating ring was very unorganized, because it shouldn't be that simple and thoughtless that, okay, if you give a pair of shoes, then you get a ticket. You know, I think it should be more than that. Like, you should have someone like an ID or something like that, or they should have just had lockers, and then you lock your lock with a key or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you lose the key to the locker, it's like, okay, well, at least we know this was your locker. You feel what I'm saying? Like something a little bit more organized. But anyways, that's the story, y'all. I lost those J's, never got them back, just because I was scared to always get those back. Like, I thought somebody was gonna get me again. But there's been a couple of more other stories that I could tell where I've lost stuff or where people stole stuff from me. So if you want to hear those stories, please let me know. But that is mostly it for this video. That's how I got my Jordans. Okay, Jordans. That's how I got my Jordans, my J's stolen. And yeah, I did get reimbursed, but I didn't get to get the ones that I originally had because they were sold out. My mother cussed them people out, and yeah, it was a story amongst me and my friends for a while. Like, we would laugh at it. After a couple months passed by, we would laugh at it. Like, remember that time when your sneakers got stolen? You was like, ah! Yeah, it was just a hot ass mess. Sorry, excuse my French. But yeah, it was a hot mess. And looking back on it now, I laugh because I was like really devastated. Like, you'd have thought I broke my leg or something. But yeah, that's what happened. I ended up getting a new pair, and I never went back to that skating rink again. I don't recommend nobody that lives in Boston to go there. I was going to say the name of the company, but I ain't going to do that. Matter of fact, yeah, I am. It was Kelly Ice Skating Rink in Jamaica Plain. Yup, tacky. So anyways, I'm done with this story. That was it. If you like this video, make sure you give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Jayyy Wayyy. No, sir. Make sure you like, you comment, share, and you subscribe to the Jayyy Wayyy. And I'll be back with more lit videos for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video and you would like to see more videos or story times for me, make sure you give it a like, you comment, you share, and you subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate all the love so far and all the support. It really does mean a lot. I thank y'all for rocking with me, and I hope you continue to rock with me. And I'll see you in another video. Hey, never go to that skating rink unless you are prepared, okay? But no, sir, thank you guys. That's all for this video. I will be back with more content in a later date. Till then, watch this video, subscribe this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.